Live from Arlington, Texas, it's AT&T Stadium, home of the Dallas Cowboys. And there's a hole in the roof so God can keep an eye on what the devil is doing. It's time for Supercross coverage on the Big 49.
I'm pretty sure the devil there is the Dallas Cowboys. I am Stretch. It's Moto Man. It is Jason from HYR and Bookie Kyle up in the house getting ready to do our picks here. We are a little over an hour away from the gate drop for the Arlington Supercross inside of AT&T Stadium where the Dallas Cowgirls play, and we will see how it goes down today. What do you guys think for Danger Boy Deegan?
I'm still in the basement.
He's still in the
You
basement.
come out of the basement.
I think Deegan's going to do good tonight.
I got him on
Top
the
four.
podium.
Top four.
You really? You're putting him that high?
I got him third.
Screw you guys, I'm going home.
Yeah.
I'm in the basement.
Somebody take Cartman out of the basement and tell him just to stop talking smack about our friends.
Cartman. That kind of did sound like
Yeah.
Cartman.
It did kind of sound like
Yeah.
Cartman.
Come on, Cartman. Get out of the basement.
Screw guys and get him. Yeah.
There he is.
Yeah.
He is Cartman because he hates Kyle.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt. I thought that was you, Stretch.
Kyle's back.
Always wanted to punch me in the you-know-what.
Those are just corrective measures.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
I deserve those.
I'm gonna go eat some stuff, and you guys can hang out. Ha, bye.
It almost sounds like Kenny Moxon.
Bye, Kyle.
I know.
Yeah.
Bye, Kyle.
Yeah.
I see a little
There's
Wow.
a little something going on there.
Cartman Moxon.
Skate guys. Skate guys about home. Bye.
Dude, I am terrified of Eli Tomac today. Every picture I see of Eli today, he's happy and he's smiling. And he hasn't been like that all season, and yet he's still been dominating. Eli Tomac may run off with it tonight.
Yeah, his wallet doesn't fit in his back pocket anymore.
Howdy, partners, by the way.
Getting that
Yeah.
outdoor deal.
Is everybody liking the country music behind us?
Pretty good.
Yeah. Country. It's like our West of Nashville. By the way, if you like country music, check out our station, westofnash.com. It is also a Big 49 product, and none of us numbnuts are on there, so
It's
it makes
actually a
it way
good
better.
station.
Yeah, it's a really good station because none
If you
of us are
climb
on
in the
it.
saddle, be ready for the ride.
Oh, here we go.
Nice.
Jason's still spitting out cowboy pick-me-ups because they get washed out in the first round of the playoffs every year.
I'm pretty sure these were written by, what does that say, Stretch Roberts on there?
Right.
Yeah, no, mine would all have curses in them and say things about the devil.
If you haven't fallen off a horse, then you haven't been riding long enough.
Yeehaw.
Oh, boy.
Yeehaw. So, by the way, how's that?
Treat a woman like a racehorse.
Ooh, ride her
she'll
hard and put
never
her
be
away
a
wet.
nag.
Ride her hard and put her away wet.
So,
Speak your mind, but ride a fast horse.
nice. So, here's my question to you, you other cowpokes here. What are you guys thinking about Aaron Plessinger tonight?
AP.
I'm a big fan
gotta
of
be
the
feeling- he's
AP.
gotta
I
be
really
happy.
like AAP. I really do.
I got him dark
I don't
horse.
trust them in a 3-race format, though, where you
No.
got to put it down 3 times. I don't trust them to be that consistent 3 times.
I got him
to,
6.
to get up there.
That's why I think Anderson's going to do good because he's like shorter
consistent.
laps.
I
really
honestly
fast.
think in
Marsha,
all sincerity,
in it.
I think
Sexton, too.
that Sexton's going to be one to really watch in this because he's got something to prove right now. Because here's the one thing that nobody seems to talk about, but I'm going to talk about
the last
this.
Triple Crown.
Oh,
Tomac
don't you
went
start
down.
talking smack about our friends again.
No. Here's the
that
one.
base-
But think about the last Triple Crown.
yeah.
Okay.
Tomac went down.
Tomac went down, but I'm not even going to go down that road. I'm going to go down the road of when Ricky Carmichael was throwing dirt on Chase Sexton's grave.
What was that about?
On
What
national
happened there,
TV.
yeah.
But hold on. On national TV, what nobody seems to talk about is the fact that he was also they have his microphone amplified throughout the entire stadium
Right.
in the background, so you hear the what of the Ricky talking
echo.
about it. And if everybody in the stadium can hear it, guess what the riders can all hear down on pit row? Chase is listening to Ricky Carmichael throwing dirt on his grave.
Yeah.
Which
Maybe
will
the
fire
big
you
49's
up.
running.
And that's going to fire
rubbing
him up.
off on him. Huh?
That's going to fire him up. That's going to fire him up. So that's my perspective on that. I think that Chase is going to looking up at the press box going, dude, you're a dick.
Hey, here's one. On a similar note, I know that we're friends with the guys at Fly Racing.
Yeah.
They might have the Big 49 bumping right now, and Weston Pike's like, I am punching Moto Man in the face.
So I went this week actually.
So do I put myself back in the basement and walk away? And,
No.
and,
No.
and
Go ahead, I got a story.
We'll just wait for the hotline to light up.
Yeah. and let you guys just get ghost ride this radio
This
station?
last week, I actually went to the K1 karts in Ontario with
Okay.
Fly.
That's
Jason,
fun.
don't-
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Don't answer that call, Jason. I know who that is.
Okay.
Now, did they have the
that's
fly racing riders there too, or is it just some
Well,
of the
there
corporate
was
guys?
Gary Sutherland was there. He's like a GNC dude. That's
Yeah.
pretty well known.
Are those guys fast at
Cole,
go-karts?
Cole Siebler had the
Yeah.
fastest time, bro. He beat me by like what? But
4 seconds.
no, like
5?
like a 20th of a second or something.
Okay.
You know,
It's all
Okay.
tight. It's very
it's
tight.
very tight. But
yeah.
Tight like that snowman we were talking about earlier. Go
yeah,
ahead.
Kyle.
Yeah.
It's Andy's. That's not my snowman.
Gee whiz.
You guys are
So-
sick.
So anyway,
Wow.
So yeah, he
So
had the
Ryder
fastest
won.
time. He had the fastest time for sure.
There you go.
He was ripping.
That's fun, dude. Those go-karts are fun, and they're all electric, and they're fast as hell. I like
the
riding those
only
things.
reason why I would ever want to go to the K1 go karts and take stretch is if they would let us have like demolition derbies,
Yeah.
because then I could just run
They
them
won't
over.
let you.
No,
No,
just run
by the
over.
way, if you even bump someone, they throw you out.
get
I think
They're
though
for
you're
sure.
you're gonna win for sure though
That's
against
crap.
stretch. Like if you're
Oh,
smaller
yeah,
and
it's
you
all
know,
weight.
I totally win.
the weight thing.
Yeah.
Well, no, Moto Man would win at the KY go-karts. Totally different.
Oh, gee.
I would win it at the K1s.
no.
Yeah.
Thing is,
Even though I'm
Stretch likes to be
huge.
hyper dominant at everything, but the fact is that I would probably beat him in the go karts.
Yeah.
All of you would. I weigh up more than all of you bastards.
Yeah, but Stretch would just
Yeah,
wait
you-
for us to come around on the next lap and then
Stretch got the
kill us.
KY for the super
They'd
for the snow one.
they'd probably put a big block Chevy in the one that they give Stretch.
It does wheel stands.
Wheel stands.
By the way, I've been watching some videos lately, and I don't know what country it is. It's a Latin American country somewhere. And these dudes took like a little tiny scooter, and they put some type of a two-stroke engine in this thing, and they had to put wheelie bars on it because it's so effing fast.
Wow.
Like, I don't know what it is, but it's like, whoa, that I've never seen a scooter
So-
move out like that.
So speaking of scooters, Stretch, don't check your credit card bill. And if you're wondering what happened to that MasterCard that you probably left on the counter here last week,
Nice.
yesterday Kyle torched it.
I did.
Yeah, what'd
Yeah.
you do with my jerky, dude?
Oh, yeah, we ate
I have
we ate
no
your
R
jerky.
jerky right now.
Is it all
It's
gone?
behind you. It's behind here. It's
We
behind
We
you.
only got
I
into
figured
we only got
Stretch
into
took
one
it all.
pack. No,
Hey.
we got into one pack. The hot and spicy.
I ain't got a big
Delicious.
worm.
Took my chair, took my jerky.
No,
Yeah,
no,
we
no,
got
your
into his jerky.
Jerky's right behind you here.
No, but
You got
one
jerky
pack
right
is
here.
definitely open because we got into that R
Yeah.
jerky, the hot and spicy for sure last week.
I
We're
didn't
like,
touch it.
Jason's
Don't
not
look at
coming
me.
back.
Jason almost punched me. I wasn't even here.
He was gonna punch Kyle in the wiener.
Man,
Weston Pike you.
Yeah,
kick your ankle.
right in the nuts.
I was just saying.
You know what I can't wait for at the end of the races today when Ricky Carmichael climbs up on that step ladder and looks Chase Sexton in the eye and says, "Hey, you know what? Way to race. Good job today. I take it all back."
And he shoves him in the shoulder and says, "Good job in the KTM challenge."
Yeah.
Wow. was that a
Oh,
dig
wow.
on was that a dig on Ricky Carmichael? right there?
No, it
Just
was
nobody's
factual.
safe today.
Yeah.
Wow. That was dig on RC, the GOAT.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't race anymore.
Why does Stretch digging on an RC though?
You know why? Because he lies about motorcycles that don't exist.
You want to know what's really funny is we've been now in a few
Triumph,
different
schmiumph.
situations. We've been in a few different situations now where we've actually been like, nose to nose, face to face, walking and hanging out with Ricky Carmichael.
Yeah.
And I'm waiting for the one day because Ricky is, and I've known this about Ricky for a long time, like Weston. He'll call you out on stuff.
Yeah.
He'll look at you. Doesn't matter how big you are.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
He will call you out on stuff, and I'm waiting for that day when Stretch walks in and he looks at Stretch and he goes, "Hey, are you the dick that calls me a midget?"
Right. So we saw
By the way, I was
Mitch
at that
Payton.
point.
He
throw my
never said
arms up
anything
and
about
stuff.
Yoda, you know.
No.
Mitch Payton is the Yoda of freaking building bikes.
And we saw him.
for
He
sure.
never said, "Hey, called me Yoda."
Well, because that's not an
you know?
insult. That's
No,
a
no,
compliment.
no.
He's a Jedi master of
Yeah,
motorcycle building.
I would be. It's kind of like that's a compliment right there.
yeah.
When you're
Yeah, some of these are compliments.
When you are Yoda, when you are even, I would say even the
Evil Emperor is a
Emperor.
compliment.
The evil
Yeah.
emperor is like, you want to know a funny
Well,
story
if you
about
throw evil in front of it. It's not really a compliment.
Well, hold on here.
Yeah, it
Okay,
is.
You want
Because
to know?
you
do it
run
after.
the
You want to know a
industry.
funny story about the evil emperor? I think I told you guys on something the air the other day. But the evil emperor, I was down at San Diego, walking up the aisleway, minding my own business, and I had my camera on. And
At aisle 5 of the boys' market?
No. That's where you go. I was down at actually Supercross getting our
Oh,
credentials handled. And I was walking up the aisle in the middle of the pits, and there was a guy, an older gentleman, and he was standing there wearing his full KTM, outfit. and he turns around and he smiles, and it's the Evil Emperor. He puts his hand out and he goes, "You." Yeah, but here's the thing. He looks at me and he goes, "Yo, with the radio."
And what's weird is there's nobody else around.
Nope, nobody else around.
You
there
can
was
feel the
50 people
You
around.
can feel the
before that.
force on you. That's why.
And
The
he
force
puts
is
his
strong
hand
with
out.
this one.
He puts his hand out and he shakes my hand and he
He
goes,
shook
"How
your
are you
hand.
doing?" "Yeah, how you doing?" And I was like, "I'm doing pretty good."
Damn, you watched that thing or what?
I actually have now.
Okay.
I actually have. But it was cool though. I mean, he was really nice to me, and he realized he knew who the Big 49 was, so it was cool.
Yeah,
I was all about it. It was like, man, thanks, man.
Yeah, that's a compliment. Evil Emperor is by no way throwing shade at Roger DeCoster. He literally runs the industry, in my opinion.
He runs the show, man.
Guy's a pimp.
That's for sure.
So he is the reason why he gets the Evil Emperor moniker, so to speak, is because he's the one that's pretty much running the empire.
So
Yeah.
So
He's
remember when we
running
went
the
to San
empire.
Diego and we got there a little early? We went up. Who did we see? Remember? Daniel Blair.
Yeah.
Daniel Blair and
He was
and
so
Hubbard.
relieved to not see Stretch with us.
And they were
No.
sitting there
You want to know the funny thing is
in the
he's-
thing,
I'm
and
so-
they were tell me that they weren't looking, doing the
Oh,
thing.
they
and,
totally were.
You know, we
Well,
didn't have
okay.
a cowboy shirt on or nothing.
Well, here's the
but-
funny thing. I wouldn't be surprised if one day you guys are wearing your Big 49 shirts, you're standing in line getting your credentials, and Daniel Blair walks up and just kicks one of you guys in the nuts, or
Yeah.
kicks all three of us in the nuts,
Right.
and says,
You
"That's
mean in the ankle?
and that's for Stretch."
That's for Stretch. Right?
Okay.
That's what I can see happen. I hope so.
That's for
At that point in
Stretch.
time, 'cause
Here's a weird one. At the
And you guys
last,
aren't allowed in.
at the last
at least we'll know
Anaheim,
we're done.
Moto Man was inside knocking things over at the press conference, and I decided to stay away this time because we both have on the same shirt, and they know I'm with him. I can't hide.
I'm tying my shoes up.
And so I'm outside, and I'm sitting by the elevator, and out comes, I'm not talking in a 1-2, out
What do you
comes
think about
Daniel
the
Blair,
Suzuki?
and then Ricky Carmichael. They come walking out like 1-2 together from the television booth, and I'm standing next to the elevator. The only person around is me and Daniel Blair, and I look at him, and he doesn't say anything to me, and he gets in the elevator and leaves, and then the elevator leaves, and then the next person walking out is Ricky Carmichael, and I'm like, my God, it's a parade of people I talk smack about on the regular. I'm like, Roger DeCoster's coming out next, I'm pretty sure.
You see?
Yeah.
You know,
That'll happen.
It's kind of funny because I've had that same experience many times now with Ken
Right,
Robinson.
and that's totally what happened to us when we went to San Diego that day. Like,
Yeah.
we came up and boom,
Right.
there's Daniel Blair looking at us.
Well, it
and
was
we're
the
like,
same with Straight Rhythm, too.
Yeah,
Remember?
right.
He
Hey,
looked at us like,
Coop was cool with us at Straight Rhythm. Even then, Cooper was already getting cool
Yeah,
with us.
Coop's cool with us.
Yeah.
Coop's cool with us.
You know why? Because no one talks smack about
I just
Coop.
like the fact that Coop walks up, pulls up a chair, and goes, "What's up, boys?
Yeah.
Let's have a chat.
Let's
That's
talk.
why he was like, "You don't even have a chair for me right here." Like,
Let's have
he,
a
had
chat."
he put his feet up and
He was like,
kicking it.
"What's
He was
up,
good.
boys? Let's have a chat."
Hey,
I thought that was funny.
on a Triple Crown coverage tonight, is Hunter as bad at Triple Crowns as Jet is? I don't think he
No.
is. I think he's good, right?
No, Hunter's all right at Triple Crowns.
Yeah, Jet's like cursed by the Triple Crown.
Hunter is unbelievably consistent. That is his strength over his brother. He has consistency.
Within the
his
lap.
brother has, whereas brother
Yeah.
is, Jet can be inconsistent. He can be really good, and then Jet can go really bad, just kind of like Chase Sexton. He can go really good or really bad. You just don't. You really don't know, and especially in a Triple Crown format where there's a lot of pressure and you have to have the whole shot. You have, who used to do really good at Triple Crowns, believe it or not, in the 450s was Ken Roxon.
Right.
Ken Roxon used to do great in Triple Crowns.
He might
because
tonight, too. He might surprise you.
literally could, get out in front, hold it, and all he has to do is hold it for about,
Right.
5 minutes, and
that's
you're
great.
in.
Yeah,
You're done.
Easy.
Yeah, it's easy peasy done.
Yeah.
So if he can hold it for 5 minutes, hey, great, you won. But it doesn't mean that, and that's where Eli Tomac doesn't do good in Triple Crowns, because Eli Tomac can get a bad start and he can eat his way all the way through
Right,
the pack
just the
and win.
consistency of
Yep.
the 20 minutes, and
I mean, he can win in that 20 minutes. When I see Eli's at 6th and you've got 13 minutes left on the clock, I am not worried.
Yeah, he's coming up.
He's going to be on the box, either somewhere on the box. He's going to be 3rd, 2nd, or 1st.
right. And if somebody
one of
gets a
those
whole shot, like, it's hard to get.
Eli-
Hard to get around them. If you got to be that
and
start.
if Eli gets a whole shot and then you've got Chase right on him, that can be a good race. The problem with Eli is he's so consistent and so strong and he's so skilled that he can flub up Chase. But if anybody can flub up Eli, it's going to be Chase. Chase has the ability, by the way, and this is something we haven't really
he's fast
talked
as F,
We
boy.
haven't really talked about this one, but the fact is that because very few people live in Eli's head rent free, Very few people, because Eli is very good and very disciplined about who he lets in his brain. If anybody can get in Eli's brain, it's going to be Chase Sexton. And he knows it. He knows it because that's why he says good, soft, nice things about Chase Sexton, because he knows that Chase could live rent-free in his brain.
Well, he doesn't want to give him any motivation material either.
And that's where Cooper Webb literally has a Barca lounger, a bed, a nightstand, a refrigerator, and a little grill sitting in Ken Roxon's brain.
With a personal chef.
With a personal chef. Like, it's so funny.
But Coop's like that with a number of people.
He is.
Yeah.
Who else does Cooper Webb have a full-on apartment in their head?
I would say, by the way, he's right now, he's in Chase Sexton's head, too, because Chase had a lead on him, and now they're tied, and it's like every time he makes a mistake, Cooper's the guy that capitalizes on it.
Do you think, though, that Cooper has rent-free living in Chase Sexton's head?
Right now, I think he does. I don't think before. I think now. I think it's a recent event, but I believe he does.
He plays the mind games on the field.
He does play
A lot of
great mind
people-
games.
That's what I'm kind of thinking is a version of being rent free in someone's head.
You got to
know
think
he's there and he got his mind messed up.
AP's going to be one on my list because he's on his team.
AP,
You know?
I don't think anybody lives rent-free
So you're
in AP's
I know,
brain.
but they're practicing all the time. It's all,
I think,
it's like that.
but in all sincerity,
Like
I don't
this
think
is like-
anybody lives rent-free in
like-
AP's head. I think AP has probably one of the clearest heads out of everybody on the track. It doesn't matter where he's at. AP plays AP's game, period, in a discussion.
And this is off subject, like McElrath and like Roxon, same team right now. I hear that he's got just as good lap times as Roxon,
Yeah.
and he gets the race, and what happens?
Well, Shane
You know what I mean?
but Shane, once again, Roxon lets a lot of people. Roxon has an apartment building full of people that live in his head, versus McElrath.
Oh, here we go. That's my friend. Just FYI. Go
McElrath,
ahead.
I don't think he even has hardly anybody in his head.
Well, I think there's
Supercross, though.
Let's face it. There's 6 or 7
Sometimes you can go ride
elite-level
a bike
riders.
and be fast on the track, and then you go to the event.
You see, where Cooper Webb is
Chase
smart,
is great at
where
that.
Cooper Webb is smart and he plays the head game so well, and he did it 2 seasons ago so just masterfully, is he does things like he tells his mechanic to put on his pit board, you're number one, or he'll put red plate in the gate card at the gate, so all the riders come up, they see you're number one. Even, obviously Cooper's not number one, but he's putting your number one. And what that's telling everybody else on the track is
And then he snatched it and took it.
yeah, I'm going to snatch it and take it. He's putting it all in their head.
It's mind games.
And it's funny because Cooper knows, like, hey, if you're willing to give me rent-free living in your freaking brain, I'm willing to take full apartmental advantage.
And that's
of
what I
it.
meant, that he has more than just Roxon out there.
Yeah.
Now, not to that severe. He's
I
got
think-
Roxon on a freaking.
Oh no, I mean,
I think he has a penthouse apartment.
who's the
Roxon's
other
had.
guys? Though you got the other guys that are around him. You
Yeah.
know, that's what I'm saying. AP's on his team, so I would just say,
Yeah, it doesn't matter with Coop.
Well, once again,
Anderson. Who
I
you
don't
got?
think
Barsha.
but,
Who's your guys?
But hold on. I think that Anderson definitely lives rent free in Barsha's brain, but I also think that Barsha lives rent free in Anderson's brain. I think those two literally play mind games with
Well,
each
they
other.
got a bone to pick
They
with
have
each
a
other,
bone
and
to
the
pick
other
with each
one
other
knows it.
all the
Yeah.
time. I don't think anybody lives in AP's head. And that's the one cool thing about Aaron Plessinger, and that's what we all love about the guy, is I think he's so clear-headed, he only plays Aaron Plessinger's game.
No, I
and he's
understand.
friends with everybody. He can go, like him and Cooper are tight, and I think that they're just like, whatever, dude, you win, I win. I don't really care.
Right.
And Cooper is very competitive, but I don't think too many people also live in Cooper Webb's brain. I think that
No, it's too strong.
if anybody lives rent-free in Cooper Webb's brain at all on the track, it would be Eli Tomac.
So you're saying AP doesn't go beat his dog at night when he loses?
Hell no. I think Aaron Plessinger is probably one of the nicest
He
people.
beats the horse.
Yeah,
I-
just
the
stoked
horse,
to be
not the dog.
racing.
I think Aaron Plessinger is one of the
Is that what
nicest
you're saying?
people you would ever run across in your entire life, and he would just sit down and
He
drink.
doesn't get pissed off.
No,
You're saying?
I think it takes a lot to make Aaron Plessinger pissed off.
Goes and sacrifices
I can
chickens.
see that.
I think it takes an awful lot to piss him off. I think he's a really golden, nice dude. Every time I've ever run across Aaron, he's always been like, "Hey, what's going on, dude?" He's just like,
all right, just making sure you don't think he's beating the horse.
No, I think he's water off a duck's back.
Right, killing chickens.
I think that if anybody,
he's also his own worst enemy. When he doesn't do well, it's because he got a bad start and he couldn't eat his way up. It's not because anyone got there.
So who has that problem?
Aaron Plessinger lives rent free in Aaron Plessinger's head.
Yeah.
Like he's the only competition for himself, and he knows it. And he's strong about it, and I appreciate that. That's what you need.
But like you get a guy like let's look at Justin Barsha. Justin Barsha, if he has a problem on the track, 9 out of 10 times it's directly related to Jason Anderson, who is going to take him out. So that's where that comes from. And if Ken Roxon, like you say, Cooper Webb lives there because he F's with Kenny and he takes him out a lot of times.
Yeah,
so
we've seen Barsha change because like a year or two ago they were going at it, and this year he's like, I don't know what happened. What happened?
Having a kid calmed him down, and it's a contract year, and he's trying to not be known as a dirty racer.
One of the ones though that nobody's really talking about that does have a lot of competition in his brain though is Adam Cianciarulo, and Adam has been fighting his demons for a long time. And
I don't think anymore.
his own
demons. Yeah. But I think the one person on the track that lives rent free in Adam Cianciarulo's head is Chase Sexton.
Well, because they came up together.
I think he lives rent free in AC's head.
They were parallels at one point, and Chase skyrocketed off.
AC has had this like thing in his head, and it was really interesting hearing the interview that he did with Stretch, because he talked about the fact that for the first time in his life, he actually can be himself.
I think he let go of that. He let go of that Chase beef because he's like, Chase is on another stratosphere, and I'm hoping to still have a ride next year if I can't stay healthy or on the bike and have a productive year. So I think he finally just looked within himself and is really concentrating on him and what he can do to make himself better. And it's been a productive year for him.
And that's badass. He shows up, and how many hole shots has he gotten right now?
Yeah, he looks good every race.
He looks good. AC definitely has been looking good on his hole shots, and that's why I'm bummed to hear he's got an injury, that he's out on the injured list right now.
They say re-aggravated. It doesn't sound like a crash injury. It sounds like re-aggravated, and they're probably just being safe.
He was fading fast, but big deal. Like it's impressive that he still get out there and many consistent hole shots just like that, bro.
And by the way, you're not going to find too many people with the personality of Adam Cianciarulo. As far as media savvy, he is really good about talking to people.
Yeah,
he really has.
70.
Did you guys watch the futures today?
He's learned from it.
It used to be 60-40, now it's 70-30.
Yeah, he likes us. He's our friend. Let's not piss that off, too, because we're just piling on everybody.
You guys were talking about something was 90-10. I was busting up laughing.
You guys, on the futures, did anybody watch that today? Any of the futures racing earlier?
I did not watch the futures.
No, but Cochran's in there, I know. That's going to be a big deal.
Casey Cochran's really fast.
Tim Ferry's boy's in there.
There is a kid coming up, and I don't know if I can't pronounce his name correctly. I don't know if it's Beamer or Bomber, or the spelling is different, but he's riding on a KTM. He was signed 3 days ago, and he finished in the top 3. And the kid was riding a Yamaha at the first futures in Anaheim, and now he's here. And he finished 3 today on a KTM after only being signed and riding on the bike for 3 days. That's impressive at that level.
I mean, once again, though, Chance Hymas, really impressive, on the futures game, and he really hasn't pulled out,
Yeah.
Also, Ryder
Di Francisco. He's hurt. Yeah. Ryder's hurt.
But I'm just pointing out that a lot of these young guys that, this guy's going to be the greatest thing since canned beer in the futures. When they come up to the main, the only one that's really lived up to the hype to some extent, and I was really kind of surprised, believe it or not, was Deegan.
Well, but same thing in 250s to 450s. Who's lived up to the hype? Chase Sexton's the most recent guy to live up to the hype coming up from the 250s to the 450s.
I think that Jet Lawrence is definitely going to
I agree with that.
Overpower the hype.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think he's going to do it too. But even like Dylan Ferrandis, he came up and lived up to it because he immediately won the outdoor championship. But he's been battling, trying to get the Supercross under control. He'll be back next week finally from the concussion. So we'll see how he does in Daytona. Daytona's a good track for him to come back to because it suits his style.
Well, it's a semi-outdoor / Supercross track. It's a little more spread out. It's got a little more straightaway. You get a little more speed. I think that Daytona.
But Eli owns Daytona.
Yeah, but I think that Dylan will be good for Daytona.
Yeah.
I'm going to back up to Deegan, though, because he, to me, right now has the fastest corner speed.
God, he's fast through the turns.
He's quick on the turns, and he's already. They're already talking about him practicing on a 450.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of that, let's do our 250 picks.
That's the way you're supposed to hit a corner. Is like he does it. You know?
Let's do our 250 picks because we're going to run out of time here.
I haven't done my 250 picks yet.
Why do you suck so bad? Why do you hate this show? What is happening?
I don't hate this show. I just hate you.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'll start the 250 picks. You can do yours while we're going. We'll let you go last, and you can just cheat off mine if you want to win.
Actually, no. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the other room. I'm going to let you guys talk amongst yourselves, and I'm going to go grab my paper and pen. So,
all right, you're going to get ready. Do you guys have your picks ready?
Yep.
Numbnutses, you guys are ready?
I'll make it happen.
All right, here we go. I will go first because, well, I'm the best, and it's just hard to argue that point. So let's start off. Here's what I'm looking at today. I am looking at a win overall after the last time we saw the 250 East. This guy's got a bitter taste in his mouth. His name is Nate Thrasher, and that is my number one. And he has got a bone to pick with Mr. Hunter Lawrence. I like Thrasher, young guy, fast. He is on that Star Racing Yamaha team. I'll take Lawrence, number 2. And then going back, I've got 3 dudes in my top 5 on the Star Racing Yamaha team. And number 3 is Smith. So I got Thrasher, Lawrence, Smith. I'm taking my dude Max Anstey because it would be a crime if I didn't take him on the Firepower Honda for number 4. And my double dark today is Mr. Deegan, who has been fire and consistent at 6. We'll see if he can come up to 5 today. I certainly hope so. And if I had a 6, it would be J Mart, who also looked pretty good today, but he's getting a little old on a Yamaha as well, but not a Star Racing Yamaha.
Wrong.
So there we go. That is your top 6 in order as they will appear today.
I'm not even wearing headphones, so I don't even hear what's going on.
Okay.
All right. Then let's see, Mr. Kyle. What does your nephew say?
What's the money?
You already knew.
What's the 8-year-old say, Kyle?
The 8-year-old ringer. He's got Lawrence. He's got Smith.
Okay.
He's got Deegan at 3rd. He's got Thrasher in 4th. And Mosman 5. And then he's got Viali at 6.
Nice.
Viali's a good pick, too. Viali is done better in Supercross than I think we give him credit for, considering he's a, MXGP dude.
Yeah.
All right. Jason, what do you got?
All right, here we go. So I got to go with Hunter Lawrence again.
Wrong.
And then I'm going to say Jordan Smith.
Wrong.
Number 2.
Why are you copying mine again?
Thrasher, number 3.
Oh, okay. Now you're not copying me.
I'm not copying. I'm making this stuff up.
Wrong.
And then I'm going to go.
Got that bug in your ear?
Who do you got for you, number 4?
Number 4 is going to be
your dark horse.
Deegan.
Wrong. Who's your double dark?
That's going to be.
Hold on, Mr. Honda is avoiding the Firepower Honda team. What is happening here?
Yeah. I'm joining the YZ crew. I got a YZ 250 now.
Oh, it's the newest. Whatever he's got the newest stuff. That's what he
that's
goes
right. So
for.
250s now. He represents the Yamaha side now.
He's got Stank Dog. He's got,
Right.
Wow.
The 2 strokes.
Wow. You got a double dark still, Jason. You one more away.
I'm going to go with. I'm in between Viali and Martin here, but I'm going to go with Martin.
Those are good. Martin, you know what's weird? Are you guys surprised that Martin hasn't been better, like not on a podium yet? It's only 2 rounds, but
he could have took this whole season. It felt like the way he was riding before.
He was on fire before that last injury that took him out for the year. He has been injured a lot, and that's the only knock on Jeremy Martin.
Yeah.
Moto Man,
he had
are you
so
here?
much speed though before, man. Like
Moto's not with us.
Killer.
Where's Moto Man? We got to get his
coming
fix
back.
in here.
He's coming.
Yeah, he's
hauling.
in there.
He's out hauling.
I think he's out calling people.
All right, hold on here.
Here we go.
Calling or calling?
I have not been listening to any of you guys talk about this, so I'm gonna do mine right now.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go with Hunter Lawrence.
Wrong.
Okay. And I'm gonna go with. Let me see. I'm thinking I'm gonna go with Max Anstey.
Wrong.
Nice.
Strike 2.
And then I'm gonna go Hayden Deegan.
Strike 3, you're out. Double dark horse and double dark.
And my dark horse is gonna be Nate Thrasher.
Wrong.
And my double dark, I'm gonna go with J Mart.
Just a bit outside. There we go.
Baseball season's upon us. So they got spring training already.
Wow. Yeah, so there we go. All you guys are wrong but me.
Why